Mic check.
Where they you have a straw man. He said, I have physical body and I got spirit. No, you got a physical body and a straw man, according to them. So an entity such as a corporation created by law and given certain legal rights and duties of a human being. Let's go to the next one. We gotta know these things before we sign a contract. Before we start purchasing things. So I tell people, it's like, yo, let's just buy the property. I'm straw man. You gotta know how to protect. I have physical body and I got spirit. And I got this is deep. To you, it just looks like a ship at a dock. And to you, this just looks like a woman giving birth.
Mic check.
And to you, this just looks like a woman giving birth.
Mic check.
To you, this just looks like a woman giving birth.
Mic check.
But the ship can be at birth and a woman can give birth. This is important. Because America is acting in admiralty since 1933, and they gave up all the gold and the silver of the land. In fact, in 1933, it was against the law to hold real money. They asked or they demanded, anybody who doesn't give up this money, we're going to lock you up, and you might even risk a $10,000 fine. You can look it up, House Joint Resolution 192. You can look up this information. House Joint Resolution 192, March 9th, 1933. House Joint Resolution 192, March 9th, 1933. They took the gold and the silver of the people, and no one talks about it to this day. The dollars used to say gold or silver certificate because you used to be able to take your, because anything that's a certificate has worth behind it. Anything that's a certificate represents a security. And a security is what? A paper certificate that attests to the credit of ownership and equity, as in the case of a stock, or ownership of a bond, as in the case of debt obligation, which has tradable derivatives, meaning it can be traded. And we know that the United States is incorporated because of Article 1, Section 8, Clause 17, where it says the United States doesn't have no jurisdiction exceeding 10 miles square, and they have the United States in uppercase. And it's no longer for America, it's of America. And we understand now that the United States is a corporation that registered in the jurisdiction known by the misnomer Delaware, with an executive branch in New York, where they trade their equity. So now the question is this. The ship comes. When a ship breaks into the waters, it's said that the ship is at its birth. Water breaking. When the ship breaks into these waters, because I said they acted under admiralty, which deals with what? Maritime laws, which is the laws that govern the seas. Therefore, they treat you like a product that came out of water, and they made it legal. So in maritime law, a ship breaks into the water, and when it fully breaks into the waters, it's said that it's at its birth, B-E-R-T-H. And somebody comes to the guy that's on the ship and says, yo, how much is the product worth on the ship? And he comes up with what they call a certificate, a manifesto. Here we go now. So you have the woman. That's in terms of the camera?
You.
Oh, okay. Then you have the woman here. She's giving birth. Her water broke. She's giving birth. And she's giving not a certificate, a manifesto, but she's giving a birth certificate that denotes the manifestation of her child. But remember, the certificate of manifesto's purpose is to denote how much the product on the ship is worth. How much will it contribute to the economy? So how much will your child contribute to the economy? Birth certificate, birth certificate. Waters break at his birth, waters break at his birth. Maritime laws, because this is a product of the waters. That's has products of the waters. And